round two.
First one of round two.
Yep. Distorter Porter.
Yeah, versus Founders, which, if we remember correctly, Founders and Bell's had to come to a tiebreaker, which was the Beer Advocate.
The first one.
Yeah, so it should be pretty interesting to see how the two match up, where we both agreed on the Distorter Porter, but yet we had to go to the video review, right, for the Founders.
Right.
So we'll see what happens with the two.
Okay, let's go.
Not really going to talk through the pouring here, just due to the fact that we could probably do a little bigger. Due to the fact that we already told you guys about this beer on earlier rounds a little bit. You know, one interesting note that I was kind of talking to Brad off camera about was, I wonder if the Beer Advocate, the ratings go with the alcohol percentage. And what I mean by that is, here we have, you know, the porter, the Founders Porter is at 6.5, and I believe this one's at a 7.2, something like that. And what I'm kind of curious about, and if any viewers out there have any data to go on this, I'd love to see it. But I'm kind of curious if the higher alcohol percentage beer scores higher, just due to the fact that it's more robust in a porter style. Now, when you come to something like a pale ale, maybe that doesn't really make sense, right? Because the higher the alcohol, you're going to start to taste it. Nothing's going to mask it.
Correct.
So, so yeah, it should be interesting to see how we perceive taste over these two, and then I'd love to see how these two actually stack up.
Right.
And that, well, we don't have any data on that one. That's the only problem.
Right.
How they actually stack up in the Brewer Advocate.
Yep.
All right, which one are we trying first? So we got the Distorter Porter here, and we've got the Founders here.
Might as well go Founders.
All right, let's do Founders.
Again, we already know what it smells like.
Once again, I think this is a well-rounded beer. You know, the alcohol in it is a little high for normal porters, but it's masked by the fact that you have a lot of chocolate notes, a lot of coffee notes, a lot of just low hop, really well-rounded beer.
Correct.
I have to say they did a good job making this one.
Okay, job.
Here we go. We're probably going to disagree again, aren't we?
I think on the Distorter Porter, they hide the alcohol a little bit better than on the Founders.
You know, I'd have to agree with you on that one. And I wonder if it's due to the fact that, and we haven't checked the IBUs on this, but I don't know if they
I
actually
don't know
say
if they have one or not.
The porter for Founder, or the Founders, is definitely the alcohol. You can taste it a little bit. I mean, you can tell it's a higher percentage alcohol than most porters. I can't really taste it.
Yes.
And it's the higher one.
Yeah, and the Distorter is the higher alcohol. They do a better job, like I said, of masking the alcohol. So you're not tasting it. You're tasting more of the roastiness and coffee.
Yeah, you really are. It's a little drier, though. Do you notice that on the back end? It's definitely drier.
Yeah.
So you've got a little drier, you've got a little smoother. Higher alcohol, less alcohol. Get you in trouble? Maybe you realize you're getting in trouble. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're both very good beers. But if I had to pick one, sorry Founders, I'm going to have to go with your competition here. I'm a huge fan of Founders too. So that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. How about you, Brad?
I actually thought we were going to have to go off camera again. But yeah, I think Distorter wins.
It's good. I didn't want to have to take it to a street fight or anything.
Yeah, I think it's overall, it's a better beer. I mean, we're not doing a rating or anything. We're just going this versus this. But
I should probably tell them you're not professionals.
Yeah. But yeah,
we fired the camera.
Yeah.
So
have to do our own stuff.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think the Distorter Porter wins this round. God, Founders came in really close.
Yeah.
I think if you were to pit Founders against some different beers, I think it might make it a little further. I still don't think it make it to that last round.
Right.
But it definitely was a good beer. They're both very, well thought out recipes. They mix well. I mean, it's just a very good beer on both ends. But I'm like you, I agree. We gotta go with the Distorter.
Cool. Well, we'll be back with next round, and we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, 2 vanilla beans going against each other.
Yep.
See what happens. All right, welcome back. We're gonna hit the game 2 of round 2.
Right.
We have Pawpaw's Vanilla Bean Porter versus
Vanilla Java Porter. So this should be interesting.
Very
It's-
interesting.
It's probably what everybody wanted at the beginning. Vanilla versus vanilla.
I can see now they're shaking their boots.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking. You're absolutely right. So we've got vanilla versus vanilla. One has coffee, one doesn't. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of glad these two kind of pitted against each other,
Right.
just due to the fact that, the different flavor profiles that we were kind of comparing against the other porters.
Right.
It should be pretty interesting.
Correct. Well, let's go.
Not wasting any time. Here you go, sir. This is Pawpaw. Thank you. Alright. Shall we try the Pawpaw one first? Oh, well, what do you see first in color?
Yep.
I mean, to me, you got
Java's
a
lighter.
slight difference,
Yeah.
not much. But let's go ahead and try them. So we'll try the Pawpaw one first.
Okay. Again, the smell.
It's
Does
huge
not-
in vanilla,
Yeah.
but it's not. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, you can taste the vanilla, but the smell is not vanilla.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting about these two beers is we've given them time to warm up, just due to the
Yeah,
fact
well-
that we're trying to go through this whole
Right.
thing. And I think because of the warming up, there's a little more pronounced vanilla than the last round,
Right.
but it's only in the nose.
Right.
I don't really taste it.
Correct.
Let's try the other. See, this one, it like hits you in the
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
with
It's
vanilla.
definitely different.
See, and this one I like because it takes that vanilla and it adds a little like,
Kick.
it's almost like being a kid again. Like it has that ice cream flavor
Right.
to it, right?
Yeah,
it
does.
There's a little sweetness. It's not kicky in the face sweet, but it is pretty good with that. The vanilla is, I think, very well balanced. If I were to judge the two, which we are, the Pawpaw one, to me, the vanilla could be stronger. And I'm a little disappointed because after reading their website and everything else, we both got together and we saw that they put it in their boil, and then they also put it in their secondary. So to me, I'm expecting a lot of vanilla. I know the boil kills off a lot, but there's got to be some vanilla in there.
Right.
For the add water, I'm not as familiar with their process, but the vanilla is way more.
I'm almost thinking they should be switched.
Yeah.
Like vanilla bean, I should be tasting vanilla,
Bean.
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Where the other one, I should be almost tasting less and more coffee because it's a Java.
I
But
don't taste the
in the
coffee
vanilla Java, I'm tasting more vanilla
Mhm.
than in the vanilla bean.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting profiles because you would think, like you said, you'd have more coffee
Right.
with that vanilla, which I think would be superb, right? You could add more coffee to that and it'd be a great beer.
Right.
Not taking anything away from Add-A-Water. It's a very good beer, especially with the vanilla, but if I had to pick between the two, I'm still going to go Add-A-Water, but I would hope for more coffee.
Right. Yeah, and I'm pretty much the same. I think the vanilla bean should be more vanilla strong, let's say.
Yeah.
Where the vanilla Java is more vanilla bean than the vanilla bean. So on that, I have to go with the vanilla Java too.
Well, you heard it here. So the winner of this round is the vanilla porter,
Yep.
or vanilla, I should say, Java porter from Atwater. And it's going to be an interesting round because now we have basically that against a straight porter.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting final round, and we'll see where it goes.
Yep.
All right, stay tuned.